What is up, YouTube? It is Tuesday, March 18th. It's been a while since my last video. Been kind of stupid busy. Been a rough few weeks. Just dog tired today. Dog tired. But today, I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about something that it involves my field, which is oil and propane. To those people who receive oil and propane deliveries, do us a favor. That means us drivers, and I believe I speak for everyone who does this job. Do us a favor and shovel your tanks and your fill pipes for heating oil and propane. Why? It just makes our job a little bit easier. Our job sucks as it is. I mean, our job is a tough one in the summertime because you want us to miss your little flower pots and bushes, and you don't want us to rub the corners of your houses and things like that with the hose. But come wintertime, by golly, you won't take care of that tank. So we have to go there and we have to trudge through waist-deep snow and everything else. And then your tank, we don't know where your tank is. And now we have to paw around with our hands and feet and kick around for a tank. And then we have to uncover it and then fill it. That just wastes time. I mean, when we have 45 to 50 stops we have to do in a day, we can't be wasting 15 minutes on one person. We can't. We just can't. 15 minutes, that's, you could get 2 stops in that time frame, depending how close they are together. Or you can cover, you could cover 10 miles between, if you have stops, spaced out relatively far apart. You could cover 10 miles in 15 minutes. You know what I mean? You could cover some miles at least in that time that it takes you, that you messed around with that tank for 20 minutes because you just had to dig it out. And the same thing goes with heating oil. When I pull the hose to a fill pipe and I don't know where it is because I've never been there before and it's completely covered in snow and ice, I don't carry a shovel in my truck. We just don't have that stuff. We're not prepared for that stuff, if you will, and we shouldn't be. You're a homeowner. It's your responsibility to take care of those specific items so we can do our jobs so you guys can stay warm. We don't have permission to be touching your stuff like that. I mean, I can't just go into your garage and grab a shovel and start shoveling. I can't do that. There are exceptions to the rules. To the rule, like elderly people that, a knock on the door and say, hey, your tank is covered in snow. You mind if I go and borrow a shovel so I can get it shoveled out? But if you're my age, with 26, 27 years old, and you own your home and, you're just not doing it because you're lazy, then what the heck, man? I mean, we as drivers, as delivery drivers in this field, we have the right to refuse the delivery. I mean, true, you're probably going to laugh at this one, but last Friday, I had to go to a dam out in the middle of nowhere up in northern Maine, go deliver propane. That sun is just not doing it. And I get there, I climb over the snowbank, and I sink down to my armpits. I'm 5'4". That tells you what those drifts were doing. I mean, it was at least here. I'm swimming, trying to get out, and the guys that unlocked the gate for me so I could get into the stop came out and tried to help me out. So what we had to do was, every so many feet, one of us would sink down to a certain degree, and the other 2 of us, because there was 3 of us there, would help that guy out, and at the same time we'd relay the hose. Because that tank where I had to park, because the only place I could park, it was at least 100 feet away. So we had to relay the hose 100 feet and then relay it back because we were sinking in so much snow. But that, situations like that, it's hard to avoid because it's a dam house. Nobody lives there during the winter. But I mean, if you live in your house full time year round, and I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying help us help you. It just makes our jobs a little easier. I mean, if I can't get to your tank and I can't fill your tank with propane and you run out, whose fault is it? Is it mine? No. The question's going to be asked, well, could the driver get to your tank? And you say, well, there's a lot of snow there. Well, then the responsibility rests on you, the homeowner. You have to make it accessible for us to get there. If you can't make that accessible to us, then we can't do our jobs. And the same thing goes for, our bulk facilities. If those transport drivers can't get to our bulk facilities, we can't get propane and oil. And, we have to make sure that stuff's accessible to them. Because without them, I can't do my job. And without me, you can't heat your home. And, show a little courtesy to your truck drivers. Just a little bit. Show some courtesy. Because people think of us truck drivers as idiots, and we're not. A lot of us, are college educated or, have some college. Me, myself, I took a year of college. Wasn't for me, didn't like it, left college. But, there's quite a few truck drivers out here that have bachelor's degrees and have master's degrees and things like that. We're not stupid people like everyone thinks we are. And we're trying to be professionals out here while you guys are blowing by us because we're going the speed limit and you got to pass me when I'm going 45 and you got to pass me at 75, flip me the bird and speed off. What does that accomplish? It just shows that you're just as much as an idiot as I am, quote unquote. Who's the bigger idiot? You're passing me on a solid line road when it's 45, marked 45, and you want to go 75. Who's the idiot here? I'm going to be laughing at you when I see a cop pull you over. I'm going to be pointing and laughing at you because you know better. People know better. Come on. But that's what I want to say today is show some courtesy to your truck drivers. Make stuff, especially your delivery drivers, the ones that bring you your wine, your beer, your food, your oil, your propane, your lumber, all that stuff. Make your driveways, make your oil fill pipes, propane pipes, parking lots, docks, what have you. Make that stuff accessible so we can get in. Because if we can't get in, we can't deliver, people. There's only so much we as the drivers can do. There's a lot of stuff, especially up here in Maine, a lot of stuff is out of our control. I mean, we've had a record year of snowfall in the last few years. I mean, we got at least 4 to 5 feet in some spots. It's melting now. Spring is coming, and we're thankful that it's coming. But, if your driveway's icy, put some sand on it. If you notice that your fill pipe is covered in snow, shovel it off. If you notice that your dock, where trucks back into, just clean it off. If there's debris and stuff in front of the dock, like pallets and stuff, clear that off so the drivers can get in. The last thing they need is a hole in their tandem tires. That just wastes a trucker's day right there. But all right, guys, peace out. Stay frosty, everyone.